It's all good, man. Hey, it's all good, man. It's all good, man. Hey, it's all good, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is It's All Good, Man, the Better Call Saul podcast. My name is Brian, and with me, as always, is Lawn Chair Dave. Lawn Chair Dave, how's it going?
Kind of reclining, kind of sitting up straight. Sometimes I break for no reason.
I didn't even have any reason why I said lawn chair there. I think it's just because it finally feels like summer.
It does.
So in my head, I don't know. I was thinking lawn chair, but good to have you, Dave. Glad that we are doing It's All Good, Man. Once again, we're doing episode 306, which I'm pretty excited to talk about here in a few moments. But first, Dave and I also host the Nothing Important Podcast. You can find us at nothingimportantpodcast.com and keep an eye out for A Plumbus Among Us, the Rick and Morty podcast, brought to you by yours truly and our perennial third mic, Jeff. Please make sure to check us out on the TV Time app. It's no longer TV Show Time. They renamed it. It's TV Time. All the same great features and more. You can rank shows and
interact with a community of other fans of the same show that you are a fan of.
Yep, track every show that you watch on TV and find our podcast there. It's a great app. TV Time, formerly TV Showtime. Make sure to get the TV Time app on your smartphone.
Today.
All right. Today. All right, Dave. So we are talking about Better Call Saul, episode 306, titled
Off-Brand.
Look at that. We are so good at that. We've been doing that like the past 5 weeks. I throw the title to you, and we didn't even plan that, man. It's just the way it happened.
Just pick it up and run with it. That's called rapport.
Yeah.
Not Michael Rappaport.
Stuff.
Rapport.
Mm-hmm. Rapport. Not the Colbert Report.
Right. Same pronunciation, different spelling.
Isn't that like a onomatopoeia? Isn't that what that is?
Onomatopoeia is a noise that describes the sound that it makes, like boom, clap.
Maybe it's a hominin.
It would be called a homonym.
Oh, look at that. See? Third grade English coming back to me. Okay.
Also my favorite game show from 30 Rock.
All right, here we go. Better Call Saul, episode 306, Off-Brand. It opens with the Who Works for Who scene that we saw in the extended preview from AMC.
Which makes us both wrong about our prediction about the opening scene.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, we botched that one, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It was a little bit more of an extended scene, though, because after Don Hector says, who works for who, then Nacho kind of is like, has a moment where he's like, yeah, that's right. Because now he's taking shit from the big boss, so he has to go prove himself. So, surprise, Crazy 8, your ass is getting kicked.
Yeah, he really whooped down on him.
Yeah, surprise. Then it goes on.
I was saying, I like how Crazy 8 tried making small talk first. How's your dad?
Oh, yeah, to lessen the bad news.
Right.
Yeah,
nope.
Like so.
Well, I guess it worked at first.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't know. Nacho was pretty.
He was
pretty unimpressed.
I even noted that he definitely looked like, move along. Let's get to business.
Yeah. Like he had his hand out, right? Like he was impatient. Like, hey, come on, let's do this.
Right. You think you're the only guy that owes me thousands of dollars?
Right. Nacho gives Crazy 8 an ass whooping that extends from the parking lot to the kitchen, from the windows to the wall. We cut to Nacho's dad, his upholstery shop, and we see Nacho sewing.
Yep.
And he spikes his hand with the sewing needle. And I watch my wife sew a lot. And first off, I can't really figure out how a sewing machine works. Like, how does it sew from the top and the bottom at the same time?
Like a double needle.
As it passes through the fabric?
Double
is that
needle?
What it is?
Something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen a lot of sewing, and I don't know how it works. Yeah.
It's pretty impressive technology for a machine that was created in the early 1900s.
Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
Industrial Revolution.
Yeah, buddy. He spikes his hand with the needle, and pretty gory as far as Better Call Saul goes.
Yeah, it's more Breaking Bad than Better Call Saul, I guess. Do you think Nacho looked like stoned on purpose? Because I thought he looked kind of fucked up. Like his eyes were all bloodshot. I don't know if he's supposed to be like high or stressed out or just deep in thought. Maybe it's just deep in thought because he's pissed at Hector.
I think he's probably pulling double time also, right? Like he's doing his day gig, which is apparently whooping people's asses.
As they call it, burning the candle at both ends or burning the midnight oil, yes.
Yeah, but he also has a lot of stress on his mind for reasons that we'll find out later in the episode. So, but yeah, one thing that kind of struck me too is after his hand was spiked with the needle and he pulls it out, the flap of skin that sticks to the needle like elastically snaps back to his finger.
The latex they use for makeup.
Yeah. Opens with the phone book in the desert. Dave, it's longer black and white, dude.
It seems to be episode to episode is getting longer, I guess. I don't know. I haven't gone and looked and paid attention to it. I'm too busy, sorry. It's on my mind to do. But we'll just roll with it. It's getting longer and longer because we get more and more Gene every year.
There you go. Cut to Kim's closing statements at the disciplinary hearing.
Juxtaposed with the car ride with Rebecca.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was kind of cool.
It's like they're running concurrently, right?
Yeah. They're like, yeah, and I think that shows, to me, that Rebecca's got that on her mind. She's thinking about Kimmy's closing argument about Jimmy while she's heading to Chuck.
Gotcha. Okay. See, I took it as they were two things happening at the same time because Chuck wasn't there for the first part of the disciplinary hearing because of his illness, right? And then he showed up into it, so I figured after he was done on the stand, they took him out, and she was on his way to his house as Kim was giving the closing statement.
That's another way to look at it. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, so they were running simultaneously. So Kim's giving statements where, Jimmy's really a good guy. He's supportive of his brother. He
cares about people. That's the whole the topic sentence of it. He cares about people.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. He's a caring dude. And at the same time, or after Kim gives her closing remarks, Rebecca's on her way to Chuck's house, and he doesn't open the door. And the whole part where he doesn't open the door and she's pounding on it with the music and the way that it was filmed, I was sitting there thinking, like, really? Does he try to commit suicide? Because people keep bringing that up, that Chuck's going to kill himself.
Well, the synopsis preview said takes it to the edge, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking edge of a cliff, edge of a windowsill.
Mm-hmm. But no, as far as Rebecca's little storyline on this, it's revealed that Chuck is actually cowering just out of sight of the door.
Right. He's being a little bitch about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I do like that Kim used the phrase irrational animus because that explains the title of a Tool album.
Nice. I thought it was interesting that they pointed out that Chuck was Jimmy's only living blood relative.
I actually missed that.
Yeah.
Wow, I missed that.
I don't know if we knew that before or if that was mentioned before, but Chuck is apparently Jimmy's only living blood relative. So they must not have any cousins or anything. They're a very isolated family, which is probably why they have this weird relationship where they just basically keep circling the drain together.
Yeah, it's just them against the world, huh?
Mm-hmm. And they hint, they don't really confirm, they do in an upcoming scene that Jimmy gets 12 months of suspension.
Right.
He doesn't get disbarred.
Nope. He kind of everybody wins.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Everybody does win because then we see Jimmy and Kim are popping the bottle, presumably of Chris, because that's what all the cool kids say nowadays. And they're celebrating their big win because Jimmy didn't get disbarred. So,
right.
Yay! And they were drinking the champagne out of Davison Maine mugs.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Man, I'm kind of off
man.
this week.
But
you're
we need
on.
like a score ticker. Yeah, so it's 2-0 right now in favor of me. Rebecca shows up at Jimmy's house, wants Jimmy to do basically a courtesy check on Chuck because he isn't answering the door. Jimmy's like, no thanks. Rebecca says he owes it to Chuck to do it, and Jimmy just keeps on refusing.
Yeah, like he doesn't owe him squat, and I tend to agree. Like I think if I was in Jimmy's situation after hearing the rant that Chuck went on, I'd be hesitant to help him out myself.
Yeah. Rebecca kind of pleads with Jimmy, and Jimmy, you lied to me. You need to do what's right. He's still your brother, and Chuck was right all along, or all just kind of accusations that she's Lovey's trying to appeal to Jimmy's good side and get him to go over, or I guess compassionate side, and get him to go take a look at Chuck.
Right. But, Jimmy, I like how, I need to defend myself, and Chuck would need help afterwards. Facts. Those are facts. You can deal with those facts because he's not my brother anymore.
Yep. We cut to see Stacy. She's chatting about pancakes at a support group about Kaylee's dead dad.
Yeah, about Maddie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good pan. Pan around the room, and then when you get to the end of the circle, Mike.
kind of a sad scene, right? They just kind of like tossed that in there, right?
Yeah, I guess I don't know why they would do that.
It almost seemed out of place, like in a weird way. I guess considering what we've been conditioned to for the past few weeks, it just seemed a little out of place that they would throw that in there. So it must be foreshadowing something big. I did notice though that Stacy said that she volunteered Mike to pour some concrete and help them build a playground.
Because he's Batman, he can do anything.
Mm-hmm. Well, she mentions that years ago, Mike did build a carport and pour the concrete from somebody. So that's a pretty good retroactive way to fit in how Mike was able to fix the door.
Dude, you can get get a carport made out of poles and canvas for $25 at freaking Menards.
Yeah,
not that hard.
Mike poured concrete also.
Oh, okay.
he even let Maddie write his initials in it.
That's right. Maybe that whole scene about the story was like how it's a sad story. That's just going to help Mike lead to pouring concrete, in which he's going to bury evidence for a future crime. I'm not even joking. I really think that's a really good idea.
Awesome. Okay, I just guess I didn't even consider it. Like, I just took it as
popped in my head right now.
I was like, oh yeah, at some point he made a concrete slab. You just like went way into it. And what's good about it is what you said is feasible.
Right.
Okay. Howard shows up at Chuck's house carrying a box. And I like how Chuck won't answer the door. And Howard's like, well, I got all night. I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to yell at him.
No, I didn't think so.
No?
It really, because, Howard's all about the company. Mm-hmm. And it's in Howard's best interest for Chuck to get back to lawyerings.
Mm-hmm. Yep. In the box is a box of 35-year-old Macallan wine.
I thought it was scotch.
No, it was wine.
Oh, it's wine?
Yeah.
Oh,
he's not even going to tell you. He's not even going to tell you how much it costs, by the way. I'm pretty sure it was wine.
I'm pretty sure it was scotch. You don't drink wine out of tumblers.
All right. Hey, internet people, let's go. Get on it.
I can Google it right now, but I'm not going to.
If only I had some sort of interconnected worldwide web of websites that I could research whether it was wine or... Oh, we can't because it hasn't aired yet.
You can still find out if the wine exists or if it's scotch.
They might have made the wine up for the show.
Oh, man.
Yeah, see? Look at there. See, I was trying to be a smart ass, and it like, I literally can't look that up.
It's Macallan Scotch,
future.
Buddy.
What an age it is to be alive.
I just Googled it. It's Macallan Scotch.
Okay. It's Scotch. It's Scotch.
Because fancy people drink Scotch out of those kinds of glasses. It just makes sense.
Okay, maybe. I was taking notes, and I'm not a liquor kind of guy, so I was taking notes, and as I was taking notes, I probably just missaw it or misheard. Fine, it's Scotch. I get.
They never said what the liquor was. They just said the brand.
Okay.
Because for real, this is for real. The way Chuck approaches the glass, that's Scotch. Like he smells it, he gets that look on his face. Like that's what snooty people do with Scotch.
All right, like swirl it around and get
you swirl it, you get the aromas,
the bouquet.
You sip it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And it really, I just like, man, Michael McKean's acting is so good. Like he really plays that off. Like, oh, buddy, this is gonna taste so good.
All right. Howard tells Chuck he's at a crossroads. He's not worth it. He reiterates that.
Let me note that.
You know,
When Howard says he's not worth it,
mhm.
I put, okay, does he believe this, or is he saying this to cheer Chuck up to get Chuck back to work?
I think he's just trying to get Chuck back to work. Be like, okay, you know what? Because they had a victory.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he wasn't disbarred, but 12 months. He even says he's suspended for 12 months. Take that as a victory. Plus, he's also thinking his reputation is kind of tarnished also in all this. So, hey, we survived, even though you went fucking nuts in the courtroom. Let's have this drink of this Scotch wine, and hey, get back on the ball. And I'm pretty sure if the camera didn't cut away, like when Chuck stood up before they went to the door drunkenly, and he was like, "Hey, Howard, are you okay to drive?" I'm sure there was like an ass slap and a high five in there somewhere.
Right, yeah. A good speech. See you out there.
Yeah, go get him, Tiger.
But here's my thing is, and I even wrote down, I was like, where's the tape? Because this, Howard just did what Jimmy said he did. He kind of bullshitted him to say what he wanted to hear to get him to do what he wanted him to do. Parallelisms, man. Parallelisms.
Whoa, awesome.
Good writing.
And then and I wrote on my notes, this is where I'm assuming there was a commercial break, because a lot of times we can't tell where the commercial breaks are.
But there is a time lapse.
Yeah, there was some sort of, I wrote on here, I bet there's a commercial break right here. I don't know why I noted that, but I guess we'll have to see. So let me know if there's a commercial break, like right now in the episode.
Oh, I put, I just flipped the page on my notes and I put, Chuck smells the scotch and goes from 6 to midnight.
Awesome. I did like that they toast to new beginnings, though, because I took that as kind of like an ominous thing, because the whole time I'm sitting there watching, I'm like, Chuck's not going to let that down. Like, he's not, he's playing it off like he's okay with everything that transpired, but he's not going to let that pass.
I don't even think he's playing it off like it's, you see like the evil, like his evil eyebrows got a little more big and evil.
That was the noise that was going on in his head.
Exactly. And then it's funny, since I wrote down where's the tape, because it was a whole parallelism with the Jimmy scene, and then Chuck grabs the tape recorder, and I was like, was he seriously taping this?
Right, because this is after Howard leaves, and then Chuck sits at the desk and he pulls out the tape recorder and he gets the battery, and it still quote unquote burns him, and the battery like rolls to the
camera, basically
in front of the screen. What struck me is that Chuck was using Railvacs. Who the fuck uses Railvacs? They're like a terrible battery.
If he sends people out for him, they just buy the cheap stuff, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess you can go to the Dollar Tree and get a Railvac battery that'll last for 15 minutes.
Maybe since they put out less power, it's safer for Chuck.
Good, yeah.
That Duracell put a hole in his hand.
Yeah. Like if it's Energizer, he would just explode in a ball of flame.
And it keeps going and going.
Pretty good product placement, though, for Railvac. Good for them.
Yeah, I guess they need it. I don't know. Ever since that Michael Jordan sponsorship went down.
I think Railvac's whole gimmick is that the battery is always half full. They're
an optimistic company.
Yeah, they're optimistic because their batteries are half full. We'll just add those to the list of people that will never sponsor us, right behind American Airlines, Yelp, and numerous other companies that we
Comcast,
all right,
and Railvac.
Yeah, Comcast. All right. So Jimmy's going to work. He's trying to put a positive spin on this. He's got to do that PR thing. He knows that a letter is coming out. He's probably obligated, to send all of his clients a letter that he's on hiatus now.
Yeah, and the reasons why and the results of his disciplinary hearing. I think he said that was going to be on the letter. He's kind of like, just ignore that. It's just formalities.
Yeah,
just throw the letter away when you get it. Just let me know that you got it.
Yeah, charm offensive. Like, hey, yeah, you know what? I got to take a break, and you're going to get a letter explain it all. But don't worry about it. Everything's cool. Just continue with your life. I'll catch back up with you in like 12 and a half months. All right.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Did you notice the opening too was the goldfish that he bought to go see the vet? And they had the whole conversation about not feeding the fish too much. So he puts like one drop of food in, and he's like, "Come on, eat it."
I didn't catch that, but I caught the fish, but I didn't put that back. So okay, so now it's 2-1 Dave's on the board.
Well, once it's confirmed that they were drinking scotch, not wine, the score is going to be even.
Yeah, if that's confirmed, then yes, it'll be 2-2. It'll be 2 up. This is all we need to do is just start an arbitrary scoring system now. I did like some of the comments. Wow, like the side conversations that he was kind of forced into by the elderly clients that he is calling.
That's just humorous to me.
Like, I'm not sure where that noise is coming from. His last call is Mr. Yellowitz, who kind of sees him as a hero because he was a pilot of a B-29, and it's implied that he watches Jimmy's